Ooh, questions. That's what they ask. When they point to you and you don't know, he knows. He knows exactly what questions are.
Would you be so kind, Master Tolchinsky, to ask us a question? Any question at all?
It would mean a lot to us. It's been so long since anybody has asked us a good school question.
Well, there are questions, and then there are questions. Would you like a question dealing with science or mathematics, or perhaps would you like a philosophical question?
Ooh, the first one, the philosophical question. Ask us that one.
Well, if you wish. What is the purpose of man's existence?
What a beautiful question. Lydia, have you ever heard such a beautiful question?
I'm speechless. To think someone would ask us a question like that?
Well, are you interested in the answer?
Oh, not today. No, thank you. The answer is to be given to someone much more worthy than we are.
But it's your birthright. Knowledge is everyone's birthright.
Everyone not born in Kolyanchikov.
I don't understand.
You would if you knew about the nurse.
What nurse?
Not the nurse, the hearse.
The hearse?
He means the purse.
What kind of purse?
The kind of curse that inflicts the wrath of God upon all those poor souls who are unfortunate enough to be born in this pitiful village.
Do you mean perhaps a curse?
A curse! That's what it is. I knew it sounded like that.
We were so close, so close.
What is this curse you speak of, Dr. Zabritsky?
Lydia, bolt the door. Draw the curtains.
I can't draw curtains. I can't draw a cat or a fish.
Never mind. Lower your voice.
How low do you want my voice?
That's low enough. Bring the book. It's on the shelf. Young man, have you ever heard of the curse of Kolyanchikov?
I can't say that I have.
You can't say that. It's not hard. Even Lydia can say that.
The curse of Kolyanchikov.
I can say it. What is this curse, Doctor?
200 years ago, a curse was put on a small town that struck down every man, woman, child, and domestic animal, and this you'll find hard to believe, from having no more intelligence than a bump on a log.
I don't believe in curses. Curses are old wives' tales.
You're thinking of Noinchka. In Noinchka, all the old wives had tails. That was their curse. Ours is altogether different.
All right, where did this curse come from? And who inflicts such a cruel punishment on such a peaceful and simple village?
No, indeed, it's all documented in the Book of Curses. I thought you said you dusted this.
I did. I put dust on it yesterday.
Here, read it for yourself. Page is marked.
It's all stuck together.
We marked it with maple syrup. Read it to us.
On the morning of April 2nd, in the year 1961, in the village of Kolyanchikov, two young people fell hopelessly in love.
I knew it. Whenever young people fall in love, you know a curse is coming.
Surely you've heard this all plenty of times.
Oh, many times, but we've never understood it. It's a very well thought out curse.
So, what happens?
The boy was a young, handsome, but illiterate farmer named Casimir Yaskovich. The girl was the daughter of the most learned man in town, Mikhail Zabritsky.
Zubinsky. I've heard that name before.
I've seen it on a door somewhere in this neighborhood.
It's on your front door. Your name is Zabritsky.
I can't believe it. That must mean that the young man in the curse may possibly be related to our front door.
Mind you, I'm dealing with the intelligentsia now. I continue. The young girl's name was Sophia Zabritsky. May I ask the name of your young daughter?
Sophia.
Sophia Zabritsky, the identical name to the girl in the curse over 200 years ago.
I can't believe it. Unless our daughter has been lying about her age.
The match was doomed from the start. When Sophia's educated father learned that young Casimir was illiterate, he forbade Sophia ever to see Casimir again. 6 months later, Sophia married a young student, and that winter, Casimir, distraught and despondent, took his own life by plowing his own grave and planting himself in it. Upon hearing of his son's death, Casimir's father, Vladimir Yaskovich,
Tremble, 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 tremble.
Casimir's father, Vladimir Yaskovich,
Tremble, 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 tremble.
Casimir's father, Vladimir Yaskovich,
Tremble, 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 tremble.
who caused people to tremble at the mention of his name.
Next time, don't mention his name.
Casimir's father, Vlad, and so, sometimes known as the sorcerer because of his ability to summon the powers of the devil himself, brought all his wrath and fury down upon Kolyanchikov.
Here it comes, here it comes.
A curse! A curse upon all who dwell in Kolyanchikov, he cried out. May the daughter of Mikhail Zabritsky, murderer of my only son, be struck down by the ignorance that caused my son's death. May stupidity engulf her brain, may incompetence encumber her faculties. May common sense become uncommon, and may reason become unreasonable. May her children be cursed as well, and may all their children be cursed for eternity. May all who live in Kolyanchikov be born in ignorance and die in ignorance, unable to leave this cursed village till my final vengeance has been satisfied.
And that would explain why the train doesn't stop here.
My initial impulse was to panic. My secondary impulse was also to panic. To educate is one thing, to break curses is another.
Excuse me, but are you all right, Master Tolchinsky?
Yes, I'm fine. I was just thinking.
Linya, he was thinking.
He was thinking?
What's it like?
You mean you don't know what thinking is?
I don't. She certainly doesn't.
Thinking. It's the thoughts that come to one's mind. It's the process which enables us to make decisions.
Decisions? No, I don't think we're capable of that.
But surely you know what you want.
Oh, dear God, yes. We desperately want someone to help us. Not so much for us. We've already lived our life. But for your child, our sweet daughter, Sophia.
Did you hear what you just said?
No, I wasn't listening.
It was a decision. You decided to help your daughter because you thought about it. You're capable of thought. You think.
No, I don't think so. It just came out.
Yes, out of your head, where your brain is lodged, the center of your thoughts. And it's possible that you have even one tiny, infinitesimal, insignificant thought. It's possible to expand those thoughts to ideas, and ideas into comprehension, comprehension into creativity, and finally, supreme intelligence.
Would I be able to open jars? I have terrible trouble opening jars.
Be firm, Leon. Be staunch. Patience. We will break this curse, I promise you, by simple, everyday, painstaking work of education. We must begin at once. I would like to start by seeing your daughter, Sophia.
Sophia?
Yes, it occurs to me that since the curse started with the young Sophia 200 years ago, perhaps the key to ending it lies with her direct descendant. Can I see Sophia?
Not from her. She's up in her room. We would have to send for her.
Do what the schoolmaster asks.
She may be taking her singing lesson now.
She takes singing lessons? But from whom?
A canary. He does best he can.
Oh, no words, mind you, just the tunes.
I understand. The girl, madam, please.
Remember, Linya, upstairs and to the left. You'll find her to be one of the most delicate and sensitive girls. She has a lot of interests. She's always occupied.
Occupied with what?
She does a lot of interesting things, like touching things like wood, paper, metal. She likes drinking water.
Master Tolchinsky, may I present our daughter, Sophia Irenia Elena Zubritsky. Sophia, this is the new schoolmaster, Leon Tolchinsky.
Miss Zubritsky. Is that my breath that has just been taken away? Is that vision before me human, or have I too been cast into the spell? Never have I felt such stirring beneath my breast. Watch yourself, Leon. She is your pupil, not the object of your dormant feelings of passion. Excuse me.
Sophia, he was thinking. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, Mama.
Papa. She is Mama, I am Papa.
Won't you please sit down, Miss Zubritsky?
She did it! She did it!
Wasn't that a beautiful sit?
Very nice, lovely. Miss Zubritsky, may I call you Sophia?
Sophia?
It's your name, sweetheart.
Say yes, darling. Say yes. You may call me Sophia.
Please, madam, you must allow the girl to speak for herself. I should like very much to be your friend. Please do if I called you Sophia.
I would be pleased to have you call me Sophia.
There you are.
I'm so proud, so proud.
Please, it's very distracting to the girl's concentration. I've come a very long way to help you with your education. I have every reason to believe that under ordinary circumstances, you have the capability of being extremely bright and intelligent. That deep inside you, somewhat, is an intellect just crying to be heard. That you have enormous powers of reason, but someone has put a cloud over these powers. And it is my intention to remove this cloud so that enlightenment can once more shine through those unbelievably crystal brown eyes. But I need your help, Sophia. Will you give me that help?
Yes, you may call me Sophia.
That's 2 in a row.
Get a grip, Leon. Nothing in life comes easy. I should like to ask you a few very simple questions. If you are to begin your education, it's important that I know at what point to begin. It won't be taxing, I promise you. I would never want you to be the cause of a furrow or a frown on a fair face. Now then, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yes, is it red or blue or green or orange? Any color at all. Which one is your favorite?
Ooh, I used to know that one.
I will ask you again, Sophia. What is your favorite color?
Why is he being so hard on her? This isn't a university. My favorite color is
Yes?
yellow.
Yellow! Her favorite color is yellow. Why, Sophia? Why is yellow her favorite color?
Because it doesn't stick to your fingers as much. I think she's wrong. I think it's blue that doesn't stick to your fingers as much.
That's a very interesting answer, Sophia. There's a certain logic to your response. The fact that that logic escapes me completely doesn't alter the fact that she has something in mind. Sophia, I'm going to ask you something quite simple now. I'm going to ask you to make a wish. Do you know what a wish is?
A wish is something you hope for that doesn't come true.
Well, perhaps we can change all that. If you could make a wish that did come true, anything at all, what would you wish for?
What would I wish for?
Yes, Sophia, what would you wish for?
I wish I could fly like a bird, to soar over buildings and trees, over forests and lakes, mountains and rivers, to go to other villages, to know what the world was like, to know all the things I'll never know, because I must remain here, in this place.
Sophia, that is the most beautiful wish I've ever heard. Don't you see what this means? To fly like a bird means to sever bonds that chain her to ignorance. She wants to soar, to grow. She wants knowledge. With every fiber of my being, from the very depths of my soul, I shall gather all my strength and patience and dedication, and I make the promise that I, Leon Stepanovich Kolchinsky, shall make Sophia Zubritsky's wish come true.
If you could do that, schoolmaster, I would be in your debt, forever.
She touches me so. Your daughter has such a sweet soul, such a pure heart. We must begin as soon as possible, and another moment must be lost. I shall return in the morning at 8 o'clock sharp. What subject shall we begin our studies with, Sophia?
I should like to begin with languages.
Languages. Of course, even I should have thought of that. Languages it shall be, my dear sweet Sophia. And what language shall we begin with?
Rabbit, I think.
Rabbit.
Ooh, rabbit. A very hard language. Hardly anybody speaks it anymore.
As long as she gets a few phrases, it's enough to begin with. Am I through for today?
Yes.
Then I shall go to my room. Watch how she gets up from the chair. What? You didn't see it, Sophia. Do it again.
It's not necessary. She's already past getting up from chairs.
Until tomorrow, schoolmaster.
In all my life, I have never looked forward to a morning such as tomorrow's.
You're the most beautiful school teacher I've ever met, Master Tolchinsky. I pray that you don't despair of Klitschkov, and that you'll stay with us forever. Ah, she found the door! She found the door!
I've never seen Sophia so radiant. Lenya, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm not even thinking what I'm thinking. What are you talking about?
I think Sophia's taking a liking to the new schoolmaster.
If it is true, Dr. Zabritsky, the man standing before you is the happiest man and the happiest planet in the universe. Tell me, is she spoken for?
Spoken for.
Does she have any suitors? Any young men desperately in love with her?
No, no one at all. Not even him.
Him?
He didn't mean him. He meant someone else who isn't him.
There is someone. Who is it? I must know. It's of the greatest concern to me.
If I tell you who him is, you must promise to never tell anybody it was I who told you it was him.
I promise.
Have you ever heard of Count Gregor of Kolyachikov?
I can't say that I have.
You can't say that. It's not hard. Even Lenya can say that.
Count Gregor of Koly.
Yes, I can say it. Who is he?
He's one of them. The one who put the curse on us.
He's a Yaskovich.
The last of his line.
Tell me about him and Sophia.
He proposes marriage twice a day.
Twice a day.
6:15 in the morning, 7:20 at night.
He cares for her that much.
He only cares about avenging his ancestors. If a Zabritsky marries a Yaskovich, then the nurse will be over.
Well, does Sophia care for him?
She has said no for many years, but the poor girl just wants to sleep in late one morning.
What kind of a man is this Count Yaskovich?
You know, like the rest of us.
You mean he's cursed as well?
He's not permitted to leave here either.
I understand. If I have a rival, I am more determined than ever to break this curse. God bless you both for your faith in me. Tomorrow, the education of Sophia Zubritsky begins. In all my excitement, I forgot to ask, what about lodgings?
Oh, we'll be perfectly comfortable here.
Of course. I'll see you in the morning.
Master Tolchinsky, wait, please. Ask us again. Ask us the question. It makes us feel important.
Yes, certainly. What is the purpose of man's existence?
I'm all choked up again. I'm sorry I asked.
Wait, I think I know the answer.
The purpose of man's existence?
Yes, I've seen it somewhere. Even I know my limits, but still, I think I might know the answer. Oh God, what if I'm right?
Tell me, Dr. Zabritsky. Tell me what you think the answer is.
I think it's 12.
12!
It's wrong. I can tell by your face. 14.
I think you missed the point.
It's less than 100. Even I'm not that stupid. 48, 86.
And we'll discuss it when we get to philosophy. Just don't think about it. Get some sleep. Good night. Till tomorrow. 12!
Why didn't you leave well enough alone? Why must you have answered? Aren't all questions beautiful enough?
12!
But what if I was right? I could have sold the answer and we could have made a fortune.
12!